Welcome to Silicon Valley Nonprofits, a service of KMVT Community Media. I'm Bev Lenahan, your host. Today our guest is Dr. Miluna Fausch, Advisory Board Member with Love Never Fails. Thank you for coming today, Miluna. Very good to have you with us.
My pleasure.
Well, today we're going to talk about a fairly difficult subject, human sexual trafficking. And I know that you are working on this issue through a group called Love Never Fails. So tell us about Love Never Fails, what the mission is, and how you're addressing this very difficult subject here in the Bay Area.
Thank you, Bev. I'm actually going to read this. It's so important to be word for word. Love Never Fails is a nonprofit 501c3 organization with the mission of being dedicated to the restoration, education, and protection of those involved or at risk of becoming involved in domestic sex trafficking. We are devoted to expressing to each person that they are valued, precious, and loved by their community.
There's a lot in there. There's a lot in there. I especially picked up on the at-risk, and my goodness, we could probably say that pertains to almost everyone at some point in their life. That's for sure. Well, let's just get into it and talk a little bit about how the name came to be. I'm fascinated by that. You wouldn't pick up right away what your mission is. So tell us about the name Love Never Fails.
Yes, our executive director, Vanessa Russell, founded this organization in December 2011 after one of her 15-year-old dance students was sold into human trafficking in the Bay Area.
Oh my.
She was a single mother working full-time and could not understand or figure out, how can I address this issue? What can I do? And after a lot of sleepless nights, she decided that if she could just go out in the streets and speak with love and compassion to these women and children that are being ignored, maybe it would make a difference. And we've done so much more, and she has done so much more than that.
Out of our pain comes our passion, right?
Yes.
And it sounds like this was very true. And so in that context, it's difficult to sort of begin this journey of figuring out where are these people, how do I talk to them, what do I say to them? So that's why the passion and the emotion just have to take over, don't they?
I think so.
Yeah, for sure.
Just human to human, heart to heart connection.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So now programs are developing, and some actual real services are coming about. Tell us about a couple of those and how Love Never Fails has pulled these together.
We have three things that we consider the most important and crucial: safe housing, workplace development, and of course, education prevention. We have the I Am House of Restoration.
Oh, I love that. I am empowering.
Empowering, yes, the I Am Presence. And it is a safe housing program. It is a full 18-month program for women, easy for me to say, women human traffic survivors and their children.
And their children.
And their children. And it is we provide wraparound restorative services, including case management, cognitive therapy, art therapy, somatic therapy, addiction and abuse education and training or prevention, and legal services.
My goodness, that's comprehensive. I have not heard of a service quite so comprehensive. Just amassing the experts to be available to deliver these services is not easy. That's for sure. That's where determination comes in, doesn't it?
It's kind of extraordinary, isn't it? And since we opened that house in 2015, our first house, we say, we have been able to serve 90 women and 17 children.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, we know this isn't just a woman's issue, that men are subject as well. And so how do you care for them? Do they have some day services that they can be involved in?
I think that we do. We do have some family reunification training.
Oh, good.
Yes.
That's very helpful, because oftentimes you can bring about a wholeness in a family, or if the male himself is one of the victims,
absolutely,
then he needs the same kind of full service attention as well, doesn't he?
You know, it's true, and I can see that we will expand into that even more for male survivors. Yes.
Well, talk a little bit about workforce development. How has that come together?
What we do is serve what we say the underserved or the underrepresented or non-represented in some cases folks in communities. And we train them in professional skills, and there is an opportunity to work at the Love Never Fails community store.
Oh, very good.
We also give them access to the career closet, which provides clothing and items they might need in order to interview for
very
jobs. And we're very excited because we just launched IT Biz.
Oh, tell us about that.
Yes.
It sounds very high-tech-ish.
And it is, yeah. It is a 14-week program. And what we're doing is training them in technology and entrepreneurial skills.
Wonderful.
So that they can get careers in the technology field, you know, sustainable careers. And within that, we also provide life skills, how to write a resume, how to write a cover letter, professionalism, and how to job interview.
I was going to say the interviewing skills. I remember doing a lot of training in behavioral interviewing to teach them how to talk in a positive fashion about the experiences that they've had on the workforce, as opposed to just feeling like they list something on a resume and really can't tell how they went about doing that. Yeah, it's really important.
Absolutely. It's huge, isn't it?
You must have a real field of volunteers that help make all of this possible.
Huge. Yes, we have some of the most amazing volunteers.
Oh, that's really, really critical. And you're now on the advisory board, so that's really an important component too, to have experts that you can call on to figure out what this holistic puzzle looks like when you're delivering these services.
Thank you.
And then the prevention area, the education for prevention, how does that come together?
We are in a joint venture, or Love Never Fails is. It's a program called Protect. And it is for students 5th, 7th, 9th, and 11th grades in the public education system. It is abuse, training, and prevention of human trafficking.
So it's difficult when they're young to get the language appropriate, isn't it, for this kind of discussion to take place?
It is. And this program is supported by the California Department of Education.
Oh, very good.
And the Office of the Attorney General.
Very important.
So it is. And my understanding is we're in 17 counties and growing.
17 counties?
In California.
Oh, my goodness. Because just to get the attention of the school districts is often a big, big challenge. And then to have them figure out how to incorporate such a program into their curriculum, that's another big challenge. So this is definitely born out of passion, determination, perseverance, all of that.
Definitely. Yes, it is.
So give us a story about one of the victims and what has happened to that person. I think our viewers always like to hear, how does this really work? How does it really help? Give us a story.
Personal story.
Yes.
We call her a survivor leader. Isn't that beautiful?
I do love that.
That's what we call them.
That's a double positive.
Double positive. This is a young woman who escaped her trafficker with her young child and made her way into the I Am House of Restoration. She stayed the full 18 months, the entire program, and she found healing through the counseling, the therapy, the mentoring, and all of the professional services that we provide.
Her child stayed with her the whole time?
Yes.
Oh,
the
wonderful.
children stay with them.
Wonderful.
Yes. And she completed the program. She worked in the Love Never Fails community store. And then after graduating, she went back into the safe house to work and help support the women entering the program.
Now she's a real believer. For sure. Well, there's nothing like that real story to be able to help educate people as well, because I think they want to know that it really works. Yeah.
They do, and she also learned to drive, get a driver's license.
She had never driven.
Has a car, had never driven.
Goodness.
So it's kind of amazing, and she's now in the IT Biz program. She's about to graduate with a certificate.
Wonderful. So it is a certified program, so that should be impressive to any any one of the employer prospects that she has, that she's
Yes.
gone through this. And all people really want is a help, an open door, someone who's willing to give them a chance, right?
That's really it.
So would she, in addition, be now volunteering to go out and talk in the various schools and things as well? Do you know?
You know, I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't either from the sounds of it. I think once you've caught that bug, then you really do want to help other people. It just really spreads.
It does. It feeds on itself in a most wonderful way. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, how did they find you to come on to their advisory board? I'm curious about that.
Vanessa was speaking at Silicon Valley Prayer Breakfast.
Aha.
I happened to be on the email list. I was not available to go see her, but I was intrigued. Mm-hmm. Now, she is a Cisco executive by day.
Ah, very good.
And we met for breakfast, and we hit it off immediately. And she said, you know what? I'd like to ask you to be on my board of advisors.
Great.
And I said, yes.
So you've got that speech background, so you can really work with the women too and help them prepare for their life ahead, whether it's in a profession or not. All of that's going to help them project more confidence, feel more confident, be more confident, actually.
We have big plans, absolutely, because when one person finds her voice,
yes,
everything changes, doesn't it?
yes, it certainly does, absolutely. I just read a memoir I wrote this morning about that, and when I found my voice, and it gave me chills again to realize what that moment was. Yeah, and I think we all go about that in a different way, and certainly the people who have gone through this kind of trauma need to have a voice, need to feel empowered.
It's key.
So you have one house. You probably want more houses now. It sounds like as things are catching on, you're going to need more houses, so you need more help. You need more volunteers. You need more donations, et cetera, et cetera. How can people go about helping?
Thank you, Bev. Our ultimate goal is 100 houses.
100?
100.
Oh, my.
It's amazing.
In how many years?
I can't remember our date. What was our timeline for that?
I hope not 2020.
I think we gave it a little more time than that, but that is our goal. So for folks that could volunteer and help us, they can go to loveneverfailsus.com/volunteer.
Ah, so you have the us on there. loveneverfailsus.com.
.com. To donate, loveneverfailsus.com/donate.
Very good.
And also to maybe attend events, get to know us, be a help in that particular way, loveneverfailsus.com/events.
Oh, very good. So it's easy to find all three. And I know you said you're a 501c3. I don't want that .com to confuse people. You are a nonprofit organization.
Correct. Correct.
That's important, I think, when people think about donating and the beneficiaries and all of that. Well, is there another short little encouragement you might like to give people before we wind up today?
I think just to understand that there are answers. The human trafficking here in the Bay Area is a much bigger issue than people realize. The more we educate, get the word out, the more help we have. We have so many partners and volunteers. Just know that there is help available, and there's a way out. There's a way out for these young women.
Love never fails.
Love never fails.
Maluna, thank you so much for being with us today, and all good fortune to you, and love never fails.
Thank you.
Thank you.